Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I have not updated you guys in my year-long rolling project pan. I'm literally right up next to the door because I have a lot of stuff going on behind the camera. But there's not going to be that much progress, and that's why I ended up skipping the month of May because I just wasn't wearing makeup during the quarantine. I still haven't been wearing that much makeup. I was in California for a couple weeks, so I wore a little bit more. I am going to be wearing makeup now that I have like a temporary Monday to Friday job and I'm on a Zoom call all day. So fortunately, I decided to start back up with the updates. I did say who knows when I'd update. So don't be too surprised that not much has been used up because, you know, I just haven't been wearing it. To me, as much as I love wearing makeup, I also love not wearing makeup, so it wasn't necessary. Like, putting on makeup for me was my self-care. And don't mind my hair, it's still kind of very damp, but we're gonna get going because precisely I have a Zoom call in like 20 minutes and this is my time to, you know, record and get it in. So let's start off with the items that literally have not been used, and that's going to be all of my lip products. This is the first time since my update maybe that I'm wearing the combination, which is Boldly Bare and Peach Blossom, and I always forget how much I actually enjoy the combination until I put it on for this specific video. With the whole mask situation, if I ever did leave the house, there was just no point for me to put on lip products, truthfully. Like, you can't even see it if I end up going out, and then I didn't want it to get on the mask even if I did want to put it on. And because like I'm not working and I always had a like let's not be wasteful mentality, I just don't see a point of putting it on. And the same goes for ColourPop Lumiere. Literally no update whatsoever because I have not put it on, and I said I wasn't going to use it just because it's a lot more like for my cooler looks. I know you don't necessarily have to stick to a certain color scheme depending on the color of the year, but I like to, and my eyeshadow looks tend to be a lot warmer, and because I feel like this is a cooler toned pink, it just doesn't quite go as well. However, I did use a little bit more of the Buxom lip gloss. However, where I thought I was last time was clearly not the case. I'm really up to here, and I'm trying to get rid of this line down here. Yeah, I'm not that much of a lip gloss person. I have been trying to put some on a little bit more during my Zoom calls. I've also been using the liquid lipsticks that are in my Use It or Lose It project pan that I had started about a month ago, and I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit more use out of those because I change my lip color every hour on this like 5-hour Zoom call if we have the camera turned on, of course. So I see myself using them a little bit more, but not normally, or not normal usage, and it's kind of to be expected. I also have not used my Prada Candy perfume. Again, this is a warmer tone fragrance, so I've been focusing more on little ones that I just want to get rid of or ones that I've had for too long. And you would have seen that in my rolling Bath & Body Works project pan, so I'm using more fragrance up in that project than in this one, just because, I don't know, it was like one of my first like designer perfumes, like luxury designer perfumes, or like more expensive Sephora perfumes, so I just kind of want to save it until it's appropriately seasonal, which, because I have other perfumes going on, I haven't decided to switch it out until I make an update on that video. I might decide to switch this and then put this back in to, you know, since I'm giving it a break, but I haven't done that yet. This video is going up first since I wanted to do a break from the Bath & Body Works videos because I feel like that's what my feed has been consistently of. But on the bright side, I did finish 2 things. Woohoo! These are just like the items that literally have not been touched, so there's no point in like dwelling on them, but I think I did. So the first item I ended up finishing was the brow powder. This has been broken. I've had this for so long. I'm too embarrassed to say that I might have had this for almost 10 years and I was still using it, and I'm not ashamed of it. It was just going on my brows anyway, so I didn't see like the problem of using it. It never like grew mold or anything, and because it's on your eyebrows it's like kind of away from everything. But you know, there was like one little chunk left as I kept using it for the times I did wear it, and it just all crumbled, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna repress this. It's so old and it's clearly like falling apart. So it's done. I'm glad to have moved this out, to say the least. I haven't even thought about this product like at all. I forgot I had finished it until I came back and I was gathering everything to make this video. The next item I finished was the Lancome Tint Idol foundation. So when I updated you guys, I was up to here, this line, as you can see, and then right after the month mark that had happened from that last video, I did make another line about 6 weeks. No, I would say maybe about a month. No, I would say maybe about 6 weeks. So after 6 weeks from that video, I had been down to here, and this is the foundation I took with me to California, and I was using it. I was there for 3 weeks, and I can safely say that it's way below this line, and I'm considering it done. Maybe I could get a couple more pumps out of it if I really tried to scrape the sides, but I'm not going to do that because this foundation's really old and it was not looking the same on my skin. I felt like it was not wearing nicely as it used to. I mean, the expiration date on this was 12/18 because there's SPF in this, so you know, it's safe to say that it had gone way past its prime, but you know, it just wasn't looking as good, so I wasn't gonna like scrape the last bit that I could just to be like 100% done. I can safely say that this is done and I feel fine, and I don't feel 1 ounce of guilt, and I'm glad I was able to move it out. I'm going to talk about what products I'm putting in at the end, because this is, again, like I said, a rolling project pan, and I always want to have 10 items I am constantly working on. So one that I have been using a lot, but you might not be able to see that much progress, is going to be the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. I've only been using, like I had mentioned before, dim light, which is this one. If you were able to see it in person, the dome on it is a lot lower, and even then maybe you can tell a little bit that in comparison to the other two, dim light is a lot lower. Even just from that you can see. That's the only like way I can really show you guys. I have been using a little bit of incandescent light as a highlight, but you know, it's not enough for it to go away. Since it is summer and I have a lot less schoolwork, I am taking one class and of course I'm working. I want to take advantage that there's a pool in the sun, so this girl can no longer be like vampire white. I mean, I'm vampire white in my opinion, but maybe I know there are paler people out there. So as soon as that color starts to build, I'm going to be moving to this one, and you know, after summertime I will probably move back to that one. So maybe I won't get to finish it, but I am getting my use out of it, and I feel like it's worth the money even though it's really expensive because of how much I used it and how much product is still left. So still using that. Next I have my Cielo eyeshadow palette. I have been using this. I didn't take this with me to California because I wanted a break from it, so I will show a picture as well. There's not that much progress when you look at it from straight on, but if I were to go sideways you could see that there's a lot more progress on Dune, which is this one. I use it every time, you know, that I've had it to like kind of create the base for all the rest of the crease shades, and then I've always used this one down here, which I think is Understanding. Yeah, it's Understanding. And I always use this no matter what I'm using those two. It was nice to have a break from this because, you know, there's only so much you can do with like rosy warm tones, but I'm back to using it. I had my vacation, now it's time to keep using this again because the quality is deteriorating because I got this back in 2015 when it launched. Last but not least of the items that you're familiar with, I have been using this. There has been more progress in this, and it's my Chanel Tan de Soleil bronzer. You guys know I'm obsessed with it, and we have like a running joke here on my channel, which I love that. It just makes me feel more connected to you, and the fact that like someone had said like this is an era like the end of an era when this finishes. So I have expanded the little pan at the bottom, and I didn't clean up the hole. Usually when I clean up like the pan portion, like it's actually a lot bigger because, you know, there's just tiny little residues around it of bronzer, but you can see that it's bigger. This whole dent here is deeper. I love using this every day, like especially during these warmer months, because it just warms up my pale foundation as like I'm starting to change colors, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I think probably when I get down to like the halfway point, I will start like a new series on my channel where I'm trying to find the perfect dupe for it, because if you didn't watch my last update, Chanel decided to fix something that wasn't broken and change the formula on this, and everybody who has compared the two say like it's not the same. They ruined this, and this is our goodbye basically to one of, I don't know, like I want to say one of the greatest beauty products in my opinion. I know a lot of people agree with that. The only like of course downfall is it's just in this color and it doesn't fit everyone. It really only fits like lighter skin tones, but we will go on a journey together to find a great dupe, okay? I promise, because I honestly cannot live without this every summertime. It makes everything look so much better, and it makes it so like multi-dimensional, because yes, it is a bronzer, and then like you have your highlight, and then you have a contour, and it just like, it's not like boom line, boom line. It kind of helps everything blend a little bit and make this like tan more natural, or like the appearance of tan more natural, because it is a cream product. Okay, let's talk about the items I'm going to be adding in. So because I don't have a foundation I'm working on currently, I'm going to be replacing the Lancome Teint Idol with a very, very, looks like it's been through the ringer, a cosmetic CC cream. So yeah, it doesn't look like there's that much, and it is in the color Fair. That's why I wanted to put this in, because as I start like getting tanner, I have another one in medium that I will use to kind of customize the perfect shade, and this one tends to be a little bit on the older side. I think I've gone through like 3 bottles of the A Cosmetic CC cream, so it is a favorite. It really depends on the climate though, because I've noticed that if I'm like in a humid area or like a place where there's moisture in an area of California, this doesn't look that great, but in the drier areas like Arizona / like where my school was, it looked a lot nicer in comparison. So don't know if I'm going to be like repurchasing right after. I'm not wearing this today. I'm wearing the Urban Decay Naked, the new Naked one, and it looks horrible on my skin. So I'm going to designate it as a filming foundation, because you can't see like how dry it is on my face. I was trying to see if it was similar to the old Naked foundation that they had. It's not. I missed the old one, but now I'm stuck with this one. And these two are technically like my only foundations. My 2 shades of the It's CC cream, and then that one. So this is gonna be like my everyday, like when I actually have to look presentable and not like I just patted on more Sahara Desert on my face. I didn't even like really have to set my foundation with that one, which, you know, is cool, but it still looks like I have a ton of powder on because of how drying it is. So yeah, I want to finish this up because, you know, it does have SPF 50. It's on its last leg. I don't even know if the SPF 50 is still potent because of how old it is, but we're gonna use that one up. And to make it 10 products, the last product I'm going to be adding is my last Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. I have panned a Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer before, and I was able to finish it eventually. Last year I was panning the normal Chocolate Soleil, and I didn't finish that one, but I did pass that one on to my mom because she needed like a matte bronzer, and I already had like this one, and I have a contour shade. So yeah, earlier this year I hit pan on this one, and I was like, I've just been using it and I've been expanding the pan, so I think it's the perfect thing to add to work on. I mean, it only fits as I'm pale. I think if I get tanner, it doesn't really work as well, but I think, you know, I'm only like tan, and this is like tan for me, not like tan as a standard. Tan for me only is like 2 months after that I start going back to pale, so, you know, during the times, I think it's fine that I won't be using this, because I will go back to using it probably like in September, October, and then just keep using it till then. Maybe I finish it, maybe I don't. We shall see what happens. But my camera battery is flashing red. I've gone through all of the products and I have to log on for a Zoom session. But I hope you guys are doing well on your guys' project pan. Let me know if you guys have managed to finish anything during these stay-at-home times, and I hope you guys are all doing well, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye.